Do you fear death? I'm going to show you 3 secrets of the Egyptian Book of the Dead that show that death is an illusion and you are eternal. People fear death because of the enormous negative stigma placed on it by our culture. It's viewed as an end or an unknown. But the Egyptians were obsessed with death. They knew the secret truth behind death and encoded it in the Book of the Dead. And we're going to uncover those secrets right now. If you are new here, my name is Morgue, and this is not a channel, it's a revolution of the mind. So join our war of the mind and help us wake up the world by subscribing right now. And my content is controversial, so hit the bell to turn on all notifications so that you know when something new comes out. While our culture views death as an end, the ancient Egyptians had a completely different view. They viewed death as simply a transition. Their Book of the Dead was their manual and map for understanding and navigating the death transition. And encoded in this manual is the secret that death is an illusion and you are eternal. In fact, it's said that a more accurate English translation of the title is the Egyptian Book of Life. So let's take a look at how these 3 secrets connect to reveal the truth about life, death, and your eternal existence. The first secret reveals the beginning of the universe. This secret is located in the section called the History of Creation. This is critical to understand because before we can discover that death is an illusion and that you are eternal, we have to know what existence actually is. The Book of the Dead says, I am one, seeing myself divided. I am 2 and 4 and 8. I am the universe in diversity. I am my transformations. This is my coming together. Here are my selves become one. To unlock this first secret, we need to understand that this is not a material reality. It's a mathematical reality of mind. It's not material, it's mental. It's not physical, it's mathematical. Using our knowledge of ontological mathematics, we can discover exactly what this means. This is a mathematical reality of mind, of thought. One of the greatest philosophers of all time was Pythagoras. Pythagoras studied in the Egyptian mystery schools, where he was taught the secrets of existence. Pythagoras is famous for declaring that reality is not material, but is actually mathematical. Pythagoras' student Plato knew the ultimate reality was not material at all, but was mental form, thought, mind. Now at first you might think, well, isn't this just interesting history? Aren't these just old and outdated ideas? In fact, they're not at all. Quantum mechanics shows this clearly. And the pioneers of quantum mechanics, Max Planck and Erwin Schrödinger, knew this was a reality of mind, not of matter. Another key pioneer of quantum mechanics, Heisenberg, said, but the resemblance of the modern views to those of Plato and the Pythagoreans can be carried somewhat further. The elementary particles in Plato's Timaeus are finally not substance, but mathematical forms. All things are numbers is a sentence attributed to Pythagoras. The smallest units of matter are not physical objects in the ordinary sense. They are forms, ideas, which can be expressed unambiguously only in mathematical language. So to unlock this first secret of the Book of the Dead, we must keep firmly in mind that this is not a material reality. It's a mathematical mental reality. Again, the Book of the Dead says, I am one, seeing myself divided. Remember, this is about the history of creation, and this secret reveals the beginning of the universe. The physical world around you is not physical at all. It's a collective, mathematical dream, an illusory mental creation. Before the Big Bang, before space and time, the collective dream had not been generated yet. Before the Big Bang, there existed only a domain of pure mind. We call this domain of pure mind, of pure unity, the source. And at this point, there was one cosmic mind. This one cosmic mind we call the Absolute. So what was the Big Bang? The Big Bang was the moment that perfect unity was broken. The one mind fractured into a multiplicity of individual minds, individual viewpoints. This division, this fracturing of unity is what gave rise to the Big Bang and the physical world of matter. Unity was broken, it divided, and the collective dream of space and time began. The world of separation and individuality was born. This mathematical process of division and the breaking of unity is expressed in the Book of the Dead. I am one, seeing myself divided. I am 2 and 4 and 8. I am the universe in diversity. I am my transformations. This is my coming together. Here are my selves become one. So the cosmic mind fractured or divided into countless eternal minds, each one being an eternal node, an eternal subjective viewpoint. And that is what you are. You see, you are not a body at all. What you are is an eternal mind that links to a physical body as an avatar to interact in this illusory world of separation. But now that we know something about what existence is, we must turn to the second secret to find out what this says about you and your life. The second secret is called becoming the snake. Now that we know that you are not a body at all, but an eternal mind, what does this say about life and death? The Egyptian Book of the Dead says, "The story goes that change is inevitable, so it must be that having eaten dust and rotting flesh, the snake comes to know in his own skin the secrets of change. Through the deceit of death, I grow wise in the illusions of time. I change, I grow beyond myself, leaving the papery sheath that once was what I was." You are an eternal mind that links to a body and is thus incarnated into this physical world of dust and rotting flesh. Everything in the physical world is in constant change. Your body as an avatar will eventually die, but as the Book of the Dead states, death is a deceit. It's only your body that dies. You as an eternal mind does not die. You are like the snake that sheds its skin. The death of one of your skins is not the death of the snake, it's just a change. Likewise, the death of your physical body is simply you as an eternal mind shedding a skin, so to speak. Many Egyptians believed that once you die, you are reincarnated into another body in a process of growth and evolution. The death of the physical body is just a change from one skin to another. Like the snake, you will reincarnate into a new body for the opportunity to grow, learn, and evolve. You, as an eternal mind, are an evolving mathematical system of mind, and physical bodies are the vehicles that allow you to evolve by interacting and learning in the physical world. This is how we come to understand the passage, "Through the deceit of death, I grow wise in the illusions of time. I change, I grow beyond myself, leaving the papery sheath that once was what I was." Death is not the end. It's simply a transitional period from one body to another, one skin to another. Just as sleep is a transition from one day to another, death is the transition from one life cycle to another. And just as every day brings a new opportunity for learning and growth, so each new life cycle brings a new opportunity of learning and growth for you as an eternal mind. Now that we know this is not a material reality and that you are an eternal mind that's in a process of reincarnation in order to learn and grow, we'll now explore why in this third secret. Why are we in this process? What's the point? What's the purpose of life? The third secret is the return home. The purpose of life. The third secret reveals the purpose of life. Why we're in this process at all. Remember that before the Big Bang, we were one mind, a perfect unity that existed in a perfect domain of mind. The mathematical fracturing or division of ourselves into myriad minds was the beginning of the space-time realm of separation. The process of our incarnation and evolution is all about our return to perfect unity. You see, many ancient Egyptians believed that the material aspect of existence and reincarnation was all about improving themselves and their evolution so they might return to the divine mind. Mathematically speaking, what is perfect unity? It's perfect symmetry. So we, as eternal mathematical minds, are constantly evolving through learning, which leads to an increase in our personal symmetry. But that's not enough. We also must increase our collective symmetry. Now, what does that mean? That means by creating a more harmonious world. Look at all the fracture and division and discord in our world right now. It's the furthest thing from unity. Our purpose here is to make what was divided whole once again. And since we are all individual, eternal nodes, pieces of the one mind, to return to unity, we must perfect ourselves as individuals and all of us as a collective. We must learn, grow, and evolve as individuals and as a people. As a collective. We evolve as individuals through learning, and we evolve as a collective by creating a more harmonious world. Once we reach a point of utter perfection as both individuals and a collective, we will be in a state of such perfection that we will no longer have the need for a physical realm, and we will exist as pure mind. Unity will be restored, and we will be in such utter harmony and symmetry with one another, it will be as though we are one mind. We will have returned home and become the one absolute mind once again. This moment of perfection we call the Omega point. I'm going to read to you my all-time favorite portion of the Book of the Dead that describes our journey through time, through space, through incarnations to finally arrive back to ourselves perfectly united. The doors of perception open. What was hidden has been revealed. It is myself I see, and 1,000 colors swirling in liquid light. I am where the sun sets below the mountains. I am in this body. I am that star rising above clouds, hung by a thread from its ocean moon. Hail myself, traversing eternity, walking among gods, a shuttle flying across the loom through the threads of time. This is all one place, one cloth, a man's life endures. On earth flowers grow, snakes crawl, and wisdom lies in the palm of a hand. All that is will be, hawks and sparrows, the 1,000 lives within. I have come home, I have entered humanhood. Bound to rocks and plants, men and women, rivers and sky, I shall be with you in this and other worlds. When the cat arches in the doorway, think of me. I have sometimes been like that. When two men greet each other in the street, I am there speaking to you. When you look up, know that I am there. Sun and moon pouring my love around you. All these things I, portents, images, signs. Though apart, I am a part of you. One of the million things in the universe, I am the universe too. You think I disguise myself as rivers and trees simply to confuse you? Whatever I am, woman, cat, or lotus, the same God breathes in every body. You and I together are a single creation. Neither death, nor spite, nor fear, nor ignorance stops my love for you. May we come and go in and out of heaven through the gates of starlight. As the houses of earth fill with dancing and song, so filled are the houses of heaven. I come in truth. I sail a long river and row back again. It is joy to breathe under the stars. I am the sojourner, destined to walk 1,000 years until I arrive at myself. We are both one and many. We are the universe in diversity. We are the one mind divided into eternal individual minds, nodes, and life is the collective mathematical dream of our coming together once again. Are you beginning to remember? Are you beginning to wake up? Our system of ontological mathematics allows us to peer behind the veil and reveal the ultimate nature of existence. And these three secrets form a beginning, middle, and end. The first is about the division of the one into many. The second is about our incarnations and evolution. And the third is our return to unity. You might wonder what happens after this. After a near infinite moment, the one will divide itself again in an eternal process. We will separate again in order to know the infinite joy and bliss of the return to unity. There are infinite universal cycles, and the universe itself is the incarnation, the body of the one, the absolute. Everything is cyclical. Just as there are days, just as there are life cycles, there are universal cycles, as above, so below. Our system, which has never before been seen, allows us to unlock all secrets. Death has no sting. It's an illusion. So let's transform the negative stigma of death into a positive affirmation of life. The Egyptian Book of the Dead shows that death is an illusion. Let's shift perspectives. The Egyptian Book of Life shows that you are eternal. We have understood the nature of existence. We are the one mind becoming conscious of itself. That is what we are right now. That is what I am speaking to you. We are the masters of life and death. We know what we are. We are the universe awakening. We are God. So join us as we create the world in our image. How do you feel about death? Do you fear it? Tell me in the comments below. Spread this message everywhere, like and share. And if you're wondering why we as the one mind divided itself, watch my video called The Omega Point, the End of Everything. Also check out my video on the real purpose of the pyramids as well. Subscribe now and join our War of the Mind. Help us build a better world for our eternal future. A big shout out to all my supporters on Patreon. Consider supporting on Patreon and get access to our secret live streams. My name is Morgue and I am Hyperion. Ad Astra to the stars.